Have you ever opened your phone just to check the time? And then suddenly you're watching a cooking video, scrolling through emails, half listening to a podcast. And now you have no idea why you picked up your phone in the first place? Yeah, same. It's not just you. We live in a world that worships multitasking, texting during meetings, watching Netflix while replying to emails, listening to audiobooks while working out, cooking, driving, and sometimes even sleeping. We wear it like a badge of honor. Look how productive I am. But here's the truth. We're not built for this. And slowly, it's breaking our ability to focus. So today we're talking about why that is, what's actually happening in your brain when you multitask, and what you can do to get your focus back. Let's break it down. Let's start with a quick story. There's a woman named Jess. She works in marketing, runs a side hustle, takes care of her 2 kids, and keeps her phone buzzing at all times. She says she feels on top of things. But here's what her day actually looks like. She starts an email draft, gets a Slack message, replies. Back to the email. A notification from Instagram, checks it, sees a DM, forgets the email. Starts editing a video, remembers the email, goes back to it. By the end of the day, she's exhausted, mentally fried. But when she looks at her to-do list, barely anything's done. Sound familiar? It's not that Jess is lazy, or distracted, or addicted to her phone. It's that her brain is stuck in something called task switching. And that's not multitasking. That's something else entirely. So, what is multitasking really? Most people think multitasking means doing multiple things at once. But what you're actually doing is switching your attention back and forth very quickly. Your brain doesn't do 2 complex tasks at the same time. It toggles over and over, like a light switch. That switch has a cost. Psychologists call it switching cost. Every time you go from task A to task B, your brain needs to reorient itself. That burns mental energy, takes more time than you think, and reduces accuracy. In fact, one study from the University of California found that it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus on a task after an interruption. So every ping, every alert, every "let me just check this real quick" moment adds up. And it's not just time we're losing, it's depth. When you multitask, you stay on the surface. You skim emails, you half-listen in meetings, you reread the same sentence 5 times and still don't know what it says. Your brain never gets to drop into deep focus. That sweet spot where ideas flow, time flies, and you actually get things done. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, says we're losing our ability to focus like a muscle that's gone unused. And here's the scary part. The more you multitask, the worse you get at multitasking. A Stanford study found that heavy multitaskers were less able to filter out distractions, worse at switching between tasks, and had lower memory recall than light multitaskers. Let me repeat that. The people who multitask the most are the worst at it. So if multitasking is so bad, why do we keep doing it? Good question. There are 3 big reasons. 1, it feels productive. We confuse being busy with being effective. When you answer emails, take calls, check your to-do list, and reply to a group chat all at once, it feels like you're doing a lot. But often, you're just doing a little bit of everything and finishing nothing. 2, it gives you dopamine. Each new notification, each switch of attention gives your brain a little dopamine hit. It's like a slot machine. You keep pulling the lever hoping for something interesting. That makes multitasking addictive. You crave the novelty, the stimulation, even when it makes you less happy. 3, the world rewards it. Our culture praises people who can do it all. Multitasking looks good on paper, on job descriptions, in interviews. But the truth is, it makes your brain tired. It drains your energy. And no one talks about that part. Let's talk about what multitasking actually does to your brain. Neuroscientists have found that the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, planning, and focus, works best when it can devote itself to one task at a time. When you multitask, the brain activates multiple competing areas, leading to mental overload. It's like trying to run 5 apps on a phone with low battery. Everything slows down. You feel foggy, tired, easily frustrated, but you don't connect that to multitasking. You just think you need more coffee. So, what can we do? If multitasking is hurting us, how do we fix it? Let me give you a few gentle suggestions. 1. Practice single tasking. Start small. When you do something, just do that. If you're eating lunch, don't scroll. If you're replying to an email, close your tabs. Try giving one thing your full attention, even if it's for 10 minutes. That's how the focus muscle starts rebuilding. 2. Time block your day. This means assigning tasks to specific blocks of time. Not multitasking, but batch tasking. For example, 9 to 10, deep work, no notifications. 10 to 10:30, emails only. 12 to 1, lunch, no phone. This keeps your brain from switching too often. It also builds rhythm. 3. Turn off notifications. Seriously, try it. You don't need to know the second someone likes your post. Protect your attention like it matters. Because it does. 4. Create a focus ritual. Before you dive into work, create a simple ritual. Put on noise-canceling headphones. Light a candle. Use a focus playlist. Signal to your brain, we're entering deep mode now. It sounds small, but these cues help. 5. Give yourself boredom. This one might sound strange, but your brain needs space, silence, empty time. That's when ideas connect. That's when creativity breathes. Go for a walk without your phone. Stare out a window. Sit with your thoughts. Let your mind stop racing. Let's recap. Multitasking isn't making us more productive. It's making us slower, more forgetful, more stressed, less creative. It gives the illusion of productivity while robbing us of focus. And most of us are doing it all day, every day. But the good news? You can undo the damage. You can retrain your brain. Not by overhauling your life overnight, but by doing one thing at a time. Just one. Try it. The next time you sit down to do something important, shut everything else down. Feel the quiet. Notice how much easier things become when your brain gets to stay in one place. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. And focus, that's just presence with a task. So give your mind the chance to slow down, to stop jumping, to breathe. And maybe you'll start to feel like you again. Thanks for watching. This is why we do what we do. See you in the next one.